out in the Fifth Row Center Orchestra at the first preview.
Why do I feel it's something strange?
Lindsay went out and stopped the show cold, which was amazing.
She's only a child, but the woman is waking inside her.
I went out and sang my first number and stopped the show cold. So our sequences were met with very emotional reception.
Gene Anthony Ray, he played my boyfriend, and you never knew what he was going to do ever on stage. He was just, whoa.
Waste the moon, now that the night is out. Oh, don't, baby, don't waste the moon.
I think I heard boos. I don't know, I think I did. And I remember it was like very subtle, but you'd be like, was that a boo? Because never in my life have I heard boos, you know? So I came to realize that they were booing. I was like, I'm being booed at again, you know? So that was not a good feeling, but I was the bad girl, so it wasn't maybe that bad because they were booing at me because I was a bad girl.
So at the end of the show, this staircase comes out like from heaven. I mean, the staircase coming down was an impressive thing. It was this huge, huge staircase.
I come down the stairs barefoot with this huge knife. You know, I'm singing to her this lullaby to comfort her after what she's been through, you know, and then I stab her.
As Carrie was dragging herself down the stairs, her feet were bumping. So she'd pull herself a little bit forward and her two back feet would go ba-boom. And she did this down like 5 sets of stairs. So it would be like ba-boom. And every time the audience went kind of wild. And it just kind of destroyed Lindsay. She was making her Broadway debut. That was her first night on Broadway.
I stab her, she kills me, blackout, and the whole house started booing. And as soon as the lights came up, the whole place went into this huge, you know, unanimous standing ovation.
The tune that filled my days no longer plays.
Betty Buckley's voice and those songs was like nothing I've ever heard before. And their relationship and all that was brilliant.
Was I so foolish to think I could pray when there's only one chance I can save you?
It just was clunky. Like you'd suddenly have this scene where a mother's abusing her child, and it's an incredible scene, and then it would pop up and it would be Fame or Grease.
Oh, child, drive me wild. Don't just see the stars burning up.
The audience had no moment to adjust. And so then you start laughing at it because it seems ridiculous.
I actually remember one major critic, and I'm not talking about the New York Times, coming up to me acting like, oh, I'm here and it's kind of like I'm going to sit through this, but I'm not going to enjoy it.
Actually, I think the Daily News and the Post weren't that bad, but the Times was scathing. We opened like a Thursday night, we got the review Friday, we closed Sunday. It was that fast. And I remember being slightly relieved because I was like, oh my God, I can actually rest.
It was going to cost $2 million to do any kind of effective advertising. And so this producer, there was this possibility that he was going to do that, but then I guess he decided not to spend any more good money after bad.
Why do they always treat me so bad? They all know my name. It's Carrie. I don't know why they all get so mad.
There were some people that if they had worked on this show and it was known as the biggest flop in Broadway history, that they'd be embarrassed. I was always proud of the fact that I worked on Carrie because there were so many really good things in the show.
One of these days, they're gonna see Carrie.
People remember it only as being this massive flop, and it truly wasn't. You know, it was provocative and startling and scary. It was all those things, and that really has resonated through the years.
Like there's so many people I've met that's like, oh, I saw Carrie twice. I'm like, you saw it twice? It ran for 2 weeks. How did you see it twice? They're like, I had to go again. So they all, you know, they loved it and hated it, but it stirred something in them.
As you help your child divine, give
it's talked about to this day. I mean, there was, because you know why? There was brilliance in the show. There were stuff that didn't work and it didn't work together, but there were moments of brilliance. And that's what everybody looks for. That's what everybody looks for in anything. Just give me a moment of brilliance and it was all worth it.
Why do I feel so warm?